Oh, hello, and welcome to Prediction Movie Review. Hey guys, my name is Dylan. Nowadays, it seems we get so many sequels, prequels, and reboots. Even when we do get original stories, they follow generic plots, tropes, cliches, and the biggest flaw of them all, marketing that spoils the movie. Armed with only a trailer and the first part of a movie, we'll pause to make predictions on what we think will happen the rest of the way, and then check in at the end to see how we did. You would think with a decent amount of movies coming out recently that I would have tons of options for this week's episode. The problem is, I have to stop partway through it to dissect what I've seen and come up with the predictions, and so for say, A Quiet Place 2 or Cruella, which I saw, I just wanted to enjoy them, and to be honest, enjoy them I did. So that will leave us with, oh god, Netflix's latest animated release that came out over 2 years ago in Russia and comes to us with a name change. It's the prediction movie review for Doggone Trouble.
I have some sad news. I'm dead.
It's just a movie. Thank goodness, because Betty White is a national treasure, and thanks to all the free time I've had over the last year, I got to finally see Golden Girls. It is amazing, and I am absolutely a rose.
Hey! Wait a minute!
Mrs. Vanderhoosie always wanted Trouble to go to someone who loved him.
I have to say, this is a breath of fresh air. We never get a booming voiceover explaining the story anymore.
In a world
that hasn't been done since like the 90s or early 2000s.
Who cares about the dog?
You do. The dog's the rights to the entire fortune.
That's fair. Have you met people? I would leave everything to the dog as well. I'm sorry. Wait, what? Did we just witness a squirrel shove a nut up a dog's butt? Well, there goes the G rating.
You're gonna need to learn how to bark, bite, and growl.
Is that dog a D-O-double-G? Seriously, I would love to chat to Snoop Dogg. He has been in some weird movies lately, including the atrocity that was the latest SpongeBob movie. Snoop either loves his kids or my man has money issues.
Somebody stepped on my nuts.
I foresee those squirrels talking in nothing but nut humor, which, to be honest, I would be sad if we got anything less. This looks bonkers, plus the cast ranges from, Big Sean, to WWE Superstar Seth Rollins, to Cesar Milan, the guy, to holy crap, that's Betty White. Trailer done, now on to the first part of the movie, then we'll come back and make some predictions. First things first, I understand that Betty White is legitimately older than sliced bread. Seriously, that is a fact, look it up. But if you get her in your movie, how dare you kill her off in the first 5 minutes? I mean, obviously we knew from the trailer she was gonna die, but you couldn't have found a way to keep her in it just a little bit longer? Other than that, I have to be honest, I am very bored. This is a generic dog gets lost in an environment that it's not used to, which we have seen time and time again. Even then, looking at my notes, the only real things I wrote down were, hey, that's Jeff Winger voicing Norbert, and Fez is Thurman. Oh, and Zoe calls to sign up for that singing competition, and Jason Mraz goes, cool, we'll see you at 10 a.m. on Monday. And as soon as she hangs up, Zoe goes, I have to write a song by Monday? What the hell did you think was going to happen when you sign up for a singing competition? Yeah, other than that, I think we're probably safe just to get into the predictions. Trouble will tell Rousey that he needs to go to town to find Mrs. Vanderhoosie, and that is where he runs into those 3 dogs. They will not like him, but eventually he will earn their respect. While doing so, it looks like Zoe almost hits him a second time with her scooter, and this is when she finally realizes he's not wearing a collar and takes him in. She will be inspired to write her song for the big competition. From the trailer, at some point, Rousey and Trouble are going to end up at the dog pound, and here we meet the ragtag group of dogs who help them bust out. Trouble will continue to chase the squirrels to get his collar back. There's a shot on the trailer where you can see Thurman lurking in the bushes. During the chase, Trouble will get his collar back, and as he does, Thurman will grab him and take him to Claire and Norbert. However, they will be exposed, and Zoe will become Trouble's true owner, as Mrs. Vanderhoozy just wanted someone who cared for him to look after him like she did. Trouble will get back to his fancy lifestyle, but he will have learned that being an outdoor dog and getting messy isn't so bad. After getting Trouble back, Zoe will have to rush to the competition and get there just in time to perform, and she will be absolutely amazing, win the competition, and whatever the prize is. Trouble and Rousey throughout their adventure will have become friends, and at the end either Zoe will adopt her as well, or they will have found her a family who will love her. Doggone it, this is gonna be rough. Huh? For real though, this is going to be a tough last hour to watch, and if I get none of my predictions right, please just throw me a bone. Let's get right into it. I am not going to remember this movie tomorrow. Hell, I'm probably not even going to remember this movie in an hour. It is just forgettable. Not offensively bad, certainly not good, just forgettable, which I would argue is worse. And there's a couple dumb things I'd like to point out, like, where is this movie taking place? Zoe mentions she doesn't talk to her family anymore after leaving to pursue her career. This looks like small town USA, exactly where you need to go to get noticed. And what was the point of the competition? They set it up to be this important thing to Zoe, and then she doesn't even go. Sure, Jason Mraz hears her sing because he just so happens to be at the dog park, but why not have that be at the competition? I also love that Jason Mraz, as her performance is winding down, gets on the phone and goes, "Hey, you gotta get the judges down here. I found somebody great." Like, what? Her performance is almost done. Let's check in with the how about the... Let's just see how the predictions turned out. Trouble does meet those dogs at the dog park, and they are not kind to him as they try to get him killed by telling him to stand in traffic. Yup. That is a thing that happened in this movie. While almost being killed, Zoe nearly hits him again and finally takes him in. The two goof around in a montage, and eventually she's inspired to write her song. Those damn pesky squirrels, who use the word nuts more times in any movie than I've ever heard before, especially for a kid's movie. But Trouble chases them and eventually gets his collar back. After Trouble gets put in the pound, Thurman shows up to take him, and this is what makes no sense. When Claire and Norbert hire him, he made a point to say, "I don't chase dogs," and yet the second he walks in the dog pound, all of the dogs know who he is and says that he'll take you. Claire and Norbert eventually get Trouble back, but those useless idiots are exposed for being liars, and Zoe becomes the rightful owner to him, as well as inheriting the fortune to a woman who she has never met before. Cool. My last correct prediction, Rousey does get taken in by Zoe, including her very own fancy collar with her initial on it. Well, I can't be right all the time, just ask my girlfriend, who will tell you that I'm almost never right. I got burnt by a clip in the trailer. Snoop Dogg, when he said it's a jailbreak, happens later on, and therefore that is not how Trouble busts out. As previously mentioned, Thurman just comes and takes him. You have to assume that Trouble has learned that being an outdoor dog and getting messy isn't so bad, but because it isn't explicitly stated, I'm not going to count that one. And finally, back to that damn competition, Zoe doesn't even go, so no performance and no prize. Are your kids distracted by like bright colors and are too dumb to pay attention to a story? They are? Well then, Doggone Trouble will be a perfect way to shut them up for an hour and a half. As for those excluded in my above description, let's just say that Doggone Trouble is not worth your trouble. Do you have a movie that you want to see a prediction movie review for? Obviously, I can't have seen the movie in order to make this work, but leave your suggestions in the comments below. Lastly, I predict that you will like the video and subscribe, and that's appreciated. Thanks for watching.